So what do you live? Do you want to know exactly what your impact is? Because we have the engineer right here. Tell me where.
Okay, well I have it. I just have it on Pike Street. By the time I got back.
Very end of it.
Okay, well then it's not the problem.
Where will this be? And the address is on what's your name? It's right in
And if in fact there's residents.
Okay, so we're looking east, right, Scott?
Oh my God. Okay, I got a priority. What we need.
We're right-of-way lines about 50.
We're going to call the meeting to order first, and then we'll go into the public input meeting for Pike Street. So I call to order the Etna Township Board of Trustees special meeting here on Tuesday, October 29th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Roll call, please.
Mr. Evans?
Here.
Mr. Burkholder?
Here.
Ms. McKee? Here.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Burkholder?
Yes.
Ms. McKee?
Yes.
Agenda is adopted. I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. This is going to be the public input meeting for our Pike Street project, which will run from State Route 310 out toward the property line near US 40 to the east. At this time, I'd like to introduce Scott Haynes from Vignettes, and he'll give a little brief introduction, and then we'll go to basically the open house where you can go to the various stations and displays, ask questions, make comments, and then we also have comment forms in the back which will have to be returned by, you can either leave them with us tonight or return them by November 19th. So Scott, I'll turn it over to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Would be big this to have it, but once again, my name is Scott Haynes with Vignettes. We're the project consulting engineer for ODOT on the project. I also have Sam Epley, another engineer with our firm, with us to talk about our displays. We have our exhibit here showing the project limits, as well as we have our construction plans here that we can go over and review if you want to know what's occurring right in front of your property or any other property along the stretch. The road project is a streetscape project. We will be reconstructing the roadway, adding curb and gutter, adding a multi-use path, as well as a sidewalk on the project. We will be adding lighting at intersections, as well as some vegetation and landscaping that MKSK, who's also here with some exhibits to show what some of the intersections in the streetscape project will look like. So that's all I had, unless there's any other questions.
Mr. Lozier, do you have anything you'd like to say with the TID director? I always like to put Bill on the spot. So.
For the last several months, I've been trying to avoid this position. The only thing that I would like to say is this project does have federal funds on it. The federal funds flow from the Federal Highway Administration through, in this case, something called the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission, which is located in downtown Columbus. They're a planning agency, and they get federal funds allotted to them. To make it more complicated, that money flows from Federal Highway to ODOT to MORPC. ODOT, although I don't see them here tonight, they claim oversight of these projects. This project is built through federal process, to federal standards and these things. We applied for this. Rosalind and I and Gary and I have both been to Columbus. and made our applications, and we've successfully gotten 2 separate grants for this project. The township does have funds in this to match the federal funds. This project basically is pavement reconstruction, drainage improvement, and beautification. And so tonight is a required public involvement meeting. This one is going the extra mile. This is great. I can hand the microphone I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
So anyhow, what I would suggest you do, I think there's typical sections over there that show you generally what the roadway will look like when it's completed. If you want to see what's going on in front of your house, that's what the engineers are for in these detailed design plans. We can find your address and we can look and explain to you what's going on in front of your house. And so the elected official is here, my former work colleague, Jared Nerr, the Licking County engineer. Jared really has kind of passed this off to the TID for management. I won't put you on the spot unless you want to say anything.
No, specific.
Okay, but your county engineer is here if you want to talk to him. Give me the microphone and I'll say something, Gary.
I appreciate that, that's why I gave it to you. So
All right.
I think that's a good intro, and we also have Chris Herman here with MKSK. Is there anything you want to add, Chris, at this time? Or?
No, that works. Trying to answer questions.
Very good. Thank you. Anything from the trustees?
But I just did have one question. Where in the plans is the lighting, or what denotes the street lights? Because that was one of my concerns before with the proximity of the houses to the right of way and the sidewalks, and what we're doing, that a lot of the street lights previously were close to that might impact those residents, and what kind of street lighting is there proposing? Shielding?
So the street lighting is shown on the typical section, sorry. The street lighting will be shown on the typical sections that MKSK has. On the construction plans, we did not get the lighting information finalized for these are the stage 2 plans that got submitted to ODOT. So they are still in the process of being updated and added. But the street lighting has been reduced to intersections, not the entire corridor.
And during the planning meetings, that issue was raised. There was a lot of discussion. There were going to be taller lights, but the consideration was, are they going to be too bright and encroach on some of the residences? So we went with the intersections. That's the proposed plan. And then they're just, I don't know, 14, 15-foot pole. I don't know the exact height, but MKSK. So it's not going to be the big Cobra type lights that we saw down there, I think, on Taylor Road. We thought those were too tall, and we wanted to have more of that residential type of lighting. Well, at this time, we'll open it up, and feel free to go to the various stations and ask the experts your questions. And then again, remember there are comment sheets in the back as well, so if you want to submit some comments as well. So we'll open it up at this time. Thank you.
Feel free to go up, ask the experts.
So a question on lighting. You said you're working on it now. Are there going to be changes that can be made if there are still issues with the lighting?
Yes. Okay. Yes. So.
Yeah, I have a question about that. Yeah, they're right here. Right here on the alley. This is right here.
Right.
Where there's water. It's constantly flowing. Right, I get that. I just want to know where the water
Directing that kind of change for the township.
That's the first I've heard of it. We had no input, so I just want to make sure it's done right, because like I said last time with these lights, that was a real concern, especially proximity to residents.
And all the while, the
I mean, you can go those ways.
I don't know if we're
roasted chicken, you know, and like that's what I, you know, because those on Taylor, so it's not going to be the ones on Taylor now, because that was going to be. It is because it's a 360. I was told it was the Taylor. You can shield the 3. And one of the problems we're having is they can get hit, and we've got to wait forever to replacements. If these are different, is the availability of them? So because we're on the road, the lights they're going to be in the sidewalk in this section, or is it?
Well,
It's curved. And like I said, we can wait forever to get this casting is really
We're gonna have a parking lot here too. What if this is a parking lot?
just pull out the electronics.
Point here.
Yep.
This room, this building. The owner actually. That's for our building. We haven't done anything up here yet. We just
We're going to extend that parking lot over or make that.
we're going to make this parking because we're talking about building another building. We're not that far yet. Right now we're doing another floor. For them, and is this a sidewalk?
But no, the sidewalk, it should give enough clearance for the trucks to park up, and then it's clear behind any of their parking in front, right? Because this is their parking. Correct. So when people park there, is that sidewalk not blocked by? Yes, because right now there's already
We stick out past the truck.
how far you park sticking out. Okay, what's one thing, you're looking at, you would have to be sticking out probably 10, 20.
That's my concern.
Your straight ends right there. This right here, that's 5 foot. So this is going to be a just like this But it will have a sidewalk.
Behind the park.
Yes, if you're
Because a
looking
lot
for
of,
the
like
building.
residential, you'll have a 25, a short driveway that's blocking the sidewalk.
Well, I went to the.
I just want to make sure that they have enough
We're
to,
building up.
for their van, right, sound signs.
I'm not the one that's going to answer that. I'm going to refer that to you. Legal problems. Don't say laws or anything.
So you're refusing the answer?
I know the project itself is paying for it.
Or they may take this as
That's a good question.
And has the material changed for the bike path? Or originally it was asphalt?
Still active. Still active.
Is there a reason for that, or? I know cost, but durability, it's aesthetics, I think concrete was. Have the numbers been run to?
Yeah, we looked.
Right, if it goes, it goes. Yeah. Right. Well, in the ground. Well, here we're doing this, and I haven't seen any, I haven't seen any of this information.
If those are.
So my thing is, are we saving this much, are we saving this much? For the aesthetics, it would look nice.
It looks like it's right in the.
So more than likely,
Because what's the lifespan of an asphalt?
529 Pike. Swisher.
Oh, yeah, it's thin base, we're just,
right now,
it's all about the base. I mean,
The one that's on this side of the line is higher.
it's like about 25. My question too is, what are we doing with snow? Right now, we push it on the side, so where we push it, the sidewalk is right on the road. Are we clearing the sidewalk too now?
So that's probably
They're
about
pushing all the edges here, make sure that right away, is that been thought of? Because typically, if there was a separation like we're doing, you could just slow and just put it right in there. You're gonna have like but for this part, you don't have to join the trees. You don't have to. Well, my thing is for the bike path, because eventually we're going to park, we're going to, I think, for our cemeteries, Gator with the, they
That's your one.
he loves some of the Gators.
This is nice.
But that's what I'm doing. That and the lighting. Well, I think kind of having a spot where you can flatten the top, push it, and then here's where we dump it. right at the right of way. I mean, like technically, it's all being but to get the snow, going that sidewalk doing that, because you don't want that truck.
Everybody's right. We wanted to look really.
You're like right in to be able to get the guy that lost. My question getting home was, you get all these roads, the sidewalk 5 foot, here in center. We're pushing snow. Because right now, we're pushing you to like we're not pushing push this here, so you don't have two shoulders. Anything we can figure out how to process later on.
That's going to be really cool. We got a couple of
what would be nice is people here park on this other side, let us see this. We're coming back, we're going to clean after the storm, we'll clean this side out. But my big thing was where we're going to but you're saying you can push it. I just don't want to have to get the tractor out and move. Well, I just figured if there's something we can do now to make it easier. Spot.
Yeah, and
I mean, heck, we could even you got the white paper over there, we own that.
have any questions, pile it up there. Folded up, and mail it. On the back side, you control the address.
And I just said, because that's 10 foot. You can't push it past it. We don't want to be driving those trucks like this. That, right now, that's supposed to be asphalt.
Thank you for coming out.
Anxious to see what it looks like.
You'll have a clear inside the car.
No, I would again, that's well, they have to replace the asphalt.
It could be permits, that's why. We don't want to speed them.
How are you?
This is all your fault.
All my fault, I guess.
I'm not eating anything. My wife drives down the road and drops kids off at the early learning center down this way. So I'm just kind of curious.
Yep. It'll definitely affect you during traffic.
And I definitely get those comments about this is all that same parking.
Pedestrian access is going to be great.
These are newer, what?
you're sticking to the project, but the big challenge for whoever else is involved is trying to tie all this nice stuff into everything else. Yeah. Well, this, and then what's going to be over here, and then what's going to be back here.
Yeah, I was just there so you got pedestrian access.
Because you'll get a lot more parking.
We're gonna put another office room.
Get it around west.
Well, he's got the property, he's got the commercial property right here, it's got the.
Correct. And we need to have
He'll get affected on those. Other than everybody else losing some of their yard, he'll get affected on those.
my recommendation is get that sketch submitted. I know Gary. Yeah, Gary. Gary. We got a new guy. Yeah, Gary wants to have a meeting.
You should have you deal with it.
Yeah, they probably have the front of them, but not the yeah, I mean, just a sketch and ultimately what are we going to do?
Because that's have the rest.
Well, my concern is I might be
2026.
Everybody else being in front of your.
So duration is 2026.
I'll be done. I'll be
So we're responsible for
One thing
I don't have plans.
Yeah, once they went through, that's what it's going to look like.
You guys make on by then.
That wouldn't be like.
Please wait till I'm gone.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to keep it.
Well, I'm wondering if you can yeah, no, and that's why I like
But it's
So does his plans go through? You know the answer?
I have a permit request in the county.
What do you have? What is it?
West Lincoln Fire Department. I have no idea what possibility.
So do you guys have a permit as well?
I have a zoning.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a zoning.
So you've already approved that? Okay, that was my question. And then for the front portion, you'll need to submit the same thing.
Well, actually,
I just need the site plan and all the memory I need. Your guys are the township's blessing
I'm kind of concerned about the elevation.
all that we can do is bring drainage from the property to it. But I can only lower it so much. We can't, water that's already going back there.
I told her not to burn it. But we're right there in the street. Oh, yeah. She burned it. She put it in there. She used it. Did you do that or did she? I told you, don't burn it.
Did you burn it?
I didn't burn it.
Anybody got some fish? That's at the intersection. Here's where your driveway is. So we're still lower. Here's your building. We're still lower than that. By about 6 inches.
But the top will get really hot. She just found out about Palmer.
So we're saying.
I was there when they raised all these scanners.
Yeah. So I think maybe I have to take it.
4375. Oh, she's a 4370 is all she Oh, that's our station. Sorry, that's not the elevation. That's where I'm at. Storm, just storm. Water is southwest. They'll need to do something.
Okay. Apparently somebody burned something.
Burying electric.
That's why the sidewalk goes against the ground.
That's pretty much where it is now.
The poles are right
Can this be,
back.
can this be open?
I don't know where they are now, right? But we have to.
We're pushing the sidewalk back. I'm losing it underneath the
When it slows down, just stop and if
right here is moving up a little bit.
whatever has popped off. That wouldn't still separate it out.
Here it's moving it up a decent. Some of it are moving closer.
Well, I turned the fan on. Because our fiscal officer decided to burn it there.
Yeah, I'm not picking it up underneath here because it must be. Might have right there. We did shade here. Did you pop yours?
Turn the other one on. I have not done that yet. It is still
Well, don't go for 3 minutes like she did.
Yeah. Yeah, I need you not to mess about in our meeting anymore. Yes. You have to monitor all of that.
How does it have this electronically?
So they
have it here.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, like, you're just, yeah, they have it digital. Okay.
I paid attention to my partner.
So can we do that?
I don't know if you guys talked about this already.
I didn't need one. I just curious if they have it.
Probably
They want to copy this here for the building they're going to.
If you get on the agenda,
I'm trying to make sure.
Done deal? You cut
Trying to make sure
I'm
everybody knows.
sure it's that they have all of our agendas.
Yeah, I tried clicking the link. I was on my phone line.
Midnight, I'll get a call.
Maybe I'll try.
Don't worry about it, just let them do
It'd be a big file. It'd be a big file.
That's what we as
Well, as I said, get it ready, submit something, have her draw something.
Can't leave her alone.
It doesn't have to be something.
Pretty when it's done. Oh, him and I just come to these meetings and it said if I lived on this street, I'm a new neighbor. Yeah, they. Well, I think I can't learn it. Wasn't advertised as much as they could have. I'm assuming all these people got a flyer.
See what I mean? Fees for, like, we have fees for live, we don't do inspections, we don't do, like, fees for fees is,
Somewhere here, somewhere here.
Stamped on it.
And that's where, this is one of the 2 major entrances for this massive development that moved on pretty good.
have you done the sewer?
That was already sewer.
How many intersections are lighted?
But this, but I mean, they got all the traffic, they got divided the traffic equally, which is possible traffic. A lot of traffic going here to go in, and a lot of traffic going somewhere else. That goes this way. I didn't know how far.
Is that
That big difference.
Yeah, no motion. How long have you been
Is there going to be any cost for somebody living here other than losing their front yard? I mean, it's just basically going to, if it happens, it happens, and it just does what it does. Are they going to be out of pocket?
Once you start
I don't care.
the bottom ones are good, but it's like,
But they're going to lose.
but you don't even start on that.
Actually, here, here's a funny story. So,
See, it's kind of hard to like Thanksgiving, but they should be building and expansion.
above, but it's either this or the way. I can tell you which one.
You ever listen to
I've been in Dallas over years. I think it's one of these houses here. I can tell you walking.
Elon Musk is shooting rockets into space to see if
So did you work for Joe Sanders?
One that says
That's this here, I think. Yeah, that's got rotation.
exactly. Have you seen those bombs?
This one doesn't have this one doesn't sit up high, but it's I think it's that. I don't know. But anyway, but it's like I asked her, it's like the grass is up there. Like that'd be a good investment. She's like, well, that's a haunted house.
Maybe not.
I said, man, that looks terrible from above. I knew he had a bunch of cars back here. It looks terrible from above.
I don't know, it still looks like that.
It's a tow yard. He needs to put a nice fence or something to make us pretend there's nothing but cars back there. Whatever. It's been there longer than me, so. One that looks like grass.
That's the county seat of Pike County.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like you. Well, thank you for your time. Yeah, you said it. I think it needs done, but I feel bad for the people that are going to be pissed about it. That's
Well, I started my
the
career
things
in
that
10.
everyone
I drove the longest steering with the
and the
OU.
right of way was the right of way, so you can't argue that.
ODOT had the IT program.
I mean, it's not like you and I changed the right of way.
I got assigned to this dad.
So, I mean, it was there for all of us. Oh, look, we can still play there. Yeah, we're just saying you're
I'll tell you a story. I was
I was back there.
I want to tell you some things.
There was a
Maybe that's why they're changing.
Do you remember that? Because my wife and I went down there and we loaded it up. Because it was when Roseville Fire, you know what I'm talking about? When they were on that was like the last place that sold large quantities. You don't remember it. It might not be that.
Right now, the deal was, most people have
How about did you get OU?
What year did
I taught down there, and starting in 7, I taught the land surveying class. You probably had Gene Triple, land surveying. From 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a whole industry gone.
Yeah.
I was there.
To see it.
I was there teaching.
That was interesting.
Which drive? Do you know which drive? What's your name? Some of them down here. Oh, right here.
That name sounds familiar. Like a good chef.
Two on this
Still
side.
have all my I only taught the elementary school.
You're on this side?
That your name sounds very
So
familiar.
this project is only on this side. There is a phase 2, but that's.
Yeah, no, I only taught that one.
It might be further down the road, but when you ride
Especially if your brother
did that,
if he got
you took out my sword. My sword was taken off.
Gene taught all of us.
And I paid for that sword for 25 years, Broadway and sword. And I don't have it on that building. So my take on that is,
I
nobody gets
actually have
somebody
a
to do something like this.
Road Leadership Institute.
I was over for another meeting and they was coming back, and every time I asked them questions, I was told to shut up. And nobody never got back with me on what was happening.
Yeah, right now, we don't have that information.
Emily Bryant. She was in Road. Yeah, no, but we had electricals, we had mostly mechanicals because our famous chair of the mechanical department. And he was the one who picked the kids, and I'm like, we need to get a couple civils in here. And so I did manage to get a couple civil engineers. But That was
never got vacated.
Well, that's what we have behind us is the parcel.
Yeah.
That's why I keep asking, how do you think?
And I only did lecture, I didn't do the labs. There was another guy that did the
You would vacate the hours, it's just whichever.
That was interesting. It was a lot of work.
You're vacating the lake. What are you doing?
Well, the one goes straight through and the 1945 plan, another plan turns and goes through the lake.
I did that one.
Well, we moved here, we tried to get
Yes.
$5.
Her husband
Never
was
happened.
running that thing.
But they gave me the permit.
Oh, I love my And I did it when I was county.
Still there. So we went off of that. But it's going through that other.
This one you got
The one shows it.
I did it earlier. And I had my hands. And when I taught it, I did
The other one shows it.
that counted for my final salary. So that was a sweet.
So this plan is telling you what you're planning.
That was a lot of
You're
work.
gonna do 3 or 4 acres.
From that car to take it in front of you.
So addicted, you're gonna be so addicted.
Now it's $400.
You're gonna look for lease ground and that costs you.
Browns.
Yeah, there might still be. Once you back that.
They went. That was insane. I know.
Better yield.
When I was teaching at OU, it was my work after high school. Dr. Bayless, his son, played on the team with him, so I kept hearing about this kid. So when the Browns did that Deshaun Watson shit, I just became broke.
Well, I don't care about
Till he doesn't do the delivery.
I never did.
Then they'll be wrong. That a semi gets diverted.
So I think it's going to invite more traffic.
They already.
When they do this, down here, and you need to put 10-minute traffic light like we need to main.
We're not gonna be able to get out this way.
Well, they're going to make this
No, they're cutting it off.
Like Tiger was, I mean,
Yes,
Tiger. But I
in the neighborhood, it will go through the neighborhood. Can't go straight, they're cutting us off.
I mean, the Browns did not need to give away the damn
Yeah,
contract.
they used to, that was the talk that they were then because the neighbor.
It was like they thought they won the lottery. I was telling my brother,
Unless you go through the neighborhood.
I didn't. Hey, 3 number 1 draft, first round.
It's always a check on their phone.
They cut at the other end.
Correct, yeah.
I know.
That's a big
That
cut.
one too.
I know.
And you know what? I usually eat them to I'll wash it like that's about the cut and I beat them.
Yeah, I always know.
I'm like, this is 55. That's 30.
And they don't do that.
You're right.
I have one. Yeah, thank you though.
All right, guys.
I know. I mean, they only needed a mediocre quarterback. Last year, 3rd string quarterback.
What's this?
Who's that? Jameis Winston? He's had his issues too.
This house is going up for sale. I had a weird.
Have you seen the guns? We're gonna give him
Are you trying to concentrate on your employees in this area?
He's on his way back. He's
So you're gonna be sweaty.
I mean, I grew up that was
That's
back in the big red.
the people that come to my door. How they get greeted.
And I really tried this year.
Can't see it.
That's the weirdest.
So this is
how they
why I left the house.
And so where were
get
they?
greeted either. They get greeted either by.
I live in Northern
I know this guy for the
He has to call first. Don't just show up.
next door, went out my Derby a couple times.
Okay.
Well, I went to school with his mom and dad, right? He held on to his dad, who's a year older than me, and so more than his mother, like Blackburn or Iowa. Yeah, and no, they graduated in 79 and 80 from Lancaster. Moved to Florida. Pretty good barbershop.
David does.
Insurance office.
David does fine.
Oh, who is he? What's up,
Right now, I don't know what it's
It's so much easier. Oh, it's gonna be.
And I know why he's over there.
But I mean, if they're solid, that makes what they're doing. Look at them and say, can I take that? I think it's just right. You can't.
Yep, thank you. I'll make sure we get our tax bill isn't
I got a beach. You tell real quick how fast it situation they can do this.
These are trees, those are
I was like, wait, that's beyond your.
yes, and those are
They don't care.
So just want to say, you guys sent her the digitals, please?
Yeah.
So it'd be the digital list too?
Yeah, these plans, I got this. You said, well,
Well, I haven't seen.
I didn't look at what,
Because I know what was on ODOT wasn't that on the site where they say go for more information. Like I said, I haven't been provided any.
So I'll try because you guys probably already have it somehow, but it's so late, so you can drop it in the folder.
well, I would put it
Whenever,
because
these are still getting polished. That's something I figured.
I just like digital. Have somebody asked for there, you just here. That's your property. Still in works, but this.
But I mean, to the point you.
I just hate Johnson.
These are the ones that Johnson. Because I would, I'm not going to say that plan to a meeting.
We didn't have vote on
I thought they were done. Well, even the public notice, we've got emails, this thing hits maybe 100 residents on 19,000. It's we should have signed out for people travel this for pages. Because that counted 20 years.
No, we haven't.
I know the eggs with the chicken. I've never heard him call them that. That's the thing. She just like
Yeah.
Information
she didn't want the eggs with the chicken in it. She wanted the eggs with the chicken.
They've been concerned because originally their parking wasn't going to remain.
She wanted the eggs with the chicken.
That just limits to what they have now, 7 or 8.
Guys in charge.
I think it's 5. Yeah, I think it's 5 existing.
And if you got a truck, then
You just leave it all there.
now if you say if you copy that to there, you would probably have to put that over there, right, to kind of, because you want it locked. Kind of like this one, you'd want that right there too. I mean, I'm for that if that's what they're doing. It's for parking.
You're blaming me for this?
I'm just wasn't worried about our parking. That's no longer parking, right?
Well, if I put it in the ammo box, it'll probably pop it up.
Just this.
These ones right here, and I talked to
Because my thing is, even working through the alley, there's no.
I have a question. Why do we keep the Chipotle catering boxes?
We don't have to keep them. They're just boxes if somebody needs to carry something out. There's nothing wrong when you want to take one home.
No, I just
They're just
asked.
there for,
Are we allowed to have these?
yeah, they're just there for, they're sturdy boxes, and people keep sturdy boxes because you can use them for
what
stuff.
I told them,
Yeah.
Did you see the popcorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah. Wow.
I said,
That's like when I first, I
leave it
remember
here,
seeing,
and then if you guys do something.
the first time, this years ago, I saw Brussels sprouts on a stalk, and I've never seen them. I'm like, what? It was like exciting.
My own neighbors were like, wait, that's how you grow popcorn? Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
and then that dawns on like, well, yeah, duh, I guess it's corn.
Yep, that's right, that's right, that's right.
Until yesterday, I'm like, I had to go lunch, and I'm like, right? This meeting, because this meeting, so
Other meeting you had today.
Well, I thought about it earlier today. I was like, the county communicated with me. Which was good. We didn't, we handled it, we communicated. I invited you guys to the hospital to don't feel like it. But on one, just so he's aware, by no means.
I need to know.
Well, the bike is down the line, so I can stay here all day long. That's hot.
It's different when it's like, oh, shoot.
And I've done a lot of things.
Because what's surprising to me is how much you
So you think this area is going to be like
So it's probably like, there's very few that's why farmers have grain bins and stuff. So
like, you know, I find this in I don't know.
So far, you
That's not
My grandpa,
probably like a
shame, I could there was one. Like, what do I need that?
Here's a big new
One or 2 years I see you driving $50,000 John Deere, 3 swipes in the field. Well, I was going to say, that's all. My grandpa's tag got rid of it. Grandpa. Yeah, they're dialed in, they work.
see, that's I told my grandparents actually, so it's a modern plant. Only 2 years old. Well, they don't. So it's actually down into 2 more units.
Yeah, good luck with that.
There's a lot of people in the city.
Well, nothing does. It's about 8 the actual.
Well, I kind of hit it with that. I actually built my house.
That's really wide because they're not too dry.
I built my house.
Just have that.
It takes the husks off and everything. That's how it You drive down the road.
Last driveway.
Modern combines and stuff.
I don't know if that's a good one.
I've got to believe that it was east. That's a little surprising.
That was about a started the foundation digging on June 26th, my anniversary. Moved in on my wife's birthday on the top. By August and September, we could have moved in about a week and a half earlier, but we still had a handful of yeah, they tracked our
When I was a kid, we, I didn't even know they were there. And I spent all summer cutting through my beer. Basically, we took that out. It's like a refrigerator where we ended up finished up. He was he used one time because when he got it, he was like, well, it was a cool type, and I should have kept the logo where it's Matthew Harris. I think Matthew Harris. No, Randy, I should have kept the logo.
It walked away.
But no, one time because he thought it, whatever it was, like you're talking about adjustment, he was not picking stuff up. So he was literally like putting stuff in the gauntlet. He did it one time.
We were on the same plan.
Well, whatever it was way too much labor. And the good thing is that I don't get hurt. The 90s, I think.
That's the plan.
John Deere and the farm office got the sheet one pick up.
She had sent me some project she never liked it. I got somewhere around the track, never seen anything else back.
Did just enough farming. I tend to farming, but I was that tall. The other thing, because I didn't know what it was, I have no idea. his dad hold tight. There was a portion on portion, and there's a portion on. So I can't imagine me. Total, he probably did about 25 acres. That was mid. See you in the next one. See you in the next one. A lot of fun.
And then I think I talked to you that they came
Down Chillicothe, literally he put a resume in, they called him 2 days later and said, you got the job. That was the phone call. They said, you got the job. And then so it's like, I mean, it's what you do, who you are, what's, people see value. Now you're driving lanes. You're making enough money to drive a cloud. Oh, you were shooting high? Okay. Especially outside. I hate when they actually put it on me.
Historically, for township.
That would be our restaurant.
You left a little bit.
How soon do you think we get this resolved? How soon is it? What's Jim Rock saying? Are they going to do the work?
That was all your fault. Oh, okay. He gets blamed for all this. I'm sure he gets blamed for all kinds of stuff.
We get a lot of phone calls.
They own the line. That's just that makes sense.
I wait for the excitement of the election day. I think early.
I'm in this
Well, I'm glad we're putting OPWC.
Yeah, it's not gonna, obviously, we can look at this, yeah, look at
I'm sure you can get some outside. Well, I'm just guessing without even looking. I just know private people with his knowledge.
We probably will have to cut some checks.
Welcome to the real world. As we talked in the meeting, there'll be fiscal year 26, July of 26. We'll be awarded in 25.
Social Security, because of the size. I didn't ask some of the right questions. Yeah, because.
It's better than anything from that, whatever they're looking at.
So Tim, signed that, so he had to sign it for medical, and it's now his primary insurance, our insurance. $300 a month in 3 years when I'm 65. You have to pay the parking. It's supplementary.
It's new for me. I like the way they pay.
Some companies treated, they will still let you be primary. But what's even worse, they don't like her yet. When I'm sure, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make
You guys did.
I can leave all those here. If you want to.
I'm sure I read it in the document. Yeah, that might be important. When you get married,
And it's not the first.
okay, then I got some
I
time.
don't pay me.
That's what we scared me. We went to Vegas before we were married.
And you see that.
Make sure Bill doesn't speak out. He's the one that. No, you're not speaking out, are you?
The whole reason we dropped that in is GIS did the rotation.
You got 10 minutes.
He is speaking out. Yeah, so he's if the rules are.
We had.
You're still gonna base it in some sort of.
That's what I gotta get my check here, because we paid 80 for the CNC.
that the TRD with this lighting condition.
I had two
Because we
rat terriers.
it must have been TND or 80,
I got home, I opened my door to open my garage.
I just thought
She's like, they're in the garage. I'm like, okay. And
He's only laugh because he has every day.
Before that, it was probably all forests, so they changed to the forest number.
So, we got,
And then it would be when I got
what is that definition? There are I like the way we organize some so they treat
most of it, changed most of it. It only cuts right there, which is past the drive, so that should be all right.
You said you could see it, I was like, okay.
He wants to mirror that building, put that parking all the way across.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, I get that.
I told him, I said,
It's gonna have to be accessed this here. This is the
I said, we need
access.
to sit down and he needs to spend his cash.
Yeah, besides, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, now I guess people can park here. I mean, you have to think about the fact that we do have residents that now, when they're coming this way, they have to be able to get to us also. And so you don't want to miss. I mean, that's not too far down, but, you know, still, if we're cutting off 2 spots there. Right, right.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have any public parking on that side.
Right.
They would all be private.
So I was just happy that.
Yeah, and we can't have it. Residents can't not be able to, they can't have to go down and do a U-turn and come around and park in our 2 spaces here that aren't handicapped. Now they can still park here. I gotta fix that now. They can't get up. Oh my God. I'm like, who did this? Who did this? First of all, I leave at night. It's always dark by the time I leave. And so, well, there's no light. So I'm like, okay, am I gonna make it tonight? Or is this enough to bring me home?
Fight that.
So, yeah, that whole thing it either needs to be made into another step. Put a step all along it, and then you can just, anywhere you park, you can just walk right up. And then we restripe it so that it's because it's not really handicap parking. And it's, hey, could you just wheel down here and come out here on this street, and then come around here and there. It's not a great plan.
Unfortunately, they should never got out.
I know, plus, I am concerned about us even having that stripe there. I'm serious about restriping.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I know. I think so, like, right.
I don't know where I heard it. I don't know exactly heard that.
If it doesn't have a sign, then it doesn't count. True, handicap. Yeah, but it's for sure though. Unless you can get up the steps.
So, is there going to be any change as far as how this actually exits 240?
If it's only a stripe.
Our project.
Right, I know, yeah, I know this is additional.
Like it's back.
comes down here in
Good, that's
17,
less liability on
comes
us.
straight and it's straight line.
I don't have the exact.
So I didn't know how that
I'm
was
more
going to affect
concerned
us.
about
I
the
knew
fact
that
that
was
straight
coming
man
around.
has handicap.
I knew that was coming around.
Literally no handicap.
It's coming there, going to the T, and then coming straight in.
Like a bounce, like a bounce up the steps.
This right here is that.
Yes, I know.
That's where
I know. When I first got here, I'm like,
Right here.
none of that seems right.
But then, wait until the trucks turn right on the Pike and try to get.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard down there.
Pick the two spots next to a stop. In front of stops.
But this right away.
One night somebody went, oh, this will be
There's only a catastrophe. And those spots.
yeah, I want to get rid of it. But it'll be nice, actually. It'll be the nicest that we have right now. I mean, these are nice spots. These are nice spots, and you can get right in and come over the door. But with it back here, that is, really, during construction, that's going to be really the best, the easiest way to get in.
Well, this right here, you back out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that was where my park house was.
We actually have.
Right.
We took it off.
Of course, by the time you've gone down 2 streets, driven in the streets
Have a
to
lot
get
of
there.
questions tonight on things that we had no.
Nothing to do, but yes.
This is the area that was left out.
Right, exactly.
Just on this side of the car.
I'm all the way just by I had to have 2 new cement steps put in my house. I'm like, I'm sorry, is that American money? Because that is way too expensive.
Well, that's 17.
Yeah, it's in his plans, the last plans that I seen. So that was their stretch. So he's responsible for everything.
Yeah.
Northeast corner of that intersection, so across that.
So we're paying for it.
Anyway, northeast corner of that intersection, they wanted to do handicap accessibility.
So was that the first time you were
That's actually the second one, that one, yeah. Because I was at the other one, and they kept saying, you got to come to the construction. You got to come to the They kept saying that. I'm like, okay.
The first time I went to that seminar, I was just walking out and feeling like I was drinking from a fire.
When I got home, my brain was like, I was literally, because of all the stuff I was taking in, and trying to, figure out, okay, what part of the township project got to Vinci Avenue. So I was going to Vinci Avenue.
Okay.
So that's why I was here.
Right. Honestly, what gets you there faster is this spot down here because it's just one up onto the sidewalk. Because the problem is it's out of retaining. Yeah. Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Hi, Gary. Right, and another, yeah. Well, we're just gonna put parking back here and everyone fix
The
everything.
documentation to be important, so good documentation.
Yes.
But let's get it done.
Yeah, I'd have to have that. Right. Yeah. Well, again, yeah, I know. That's why a slab with a connector and the sidewalk to there is perfect. That's all these problems. Right. Right, well, that's gone. And those, hopefully in the next one.
That's one of the departments under the
I got white emails.
today in the morning.
Which, are you guys picking me out? Just like, I'm on the busy extra, so I'm just like, nope, you only get me, nope. So that's right here. Is this where it's being extended? This part? Or, wait, hold on. No, this is sidewalk, right? So this is the street. The street is extended, and then is this the new parking?
Want to call us back to order, everyone, please?
These are all new, right? The outsides.
Yeah, so there's kind of two reasons for that. Primarily.
I want to thank everyone for coming tonight, both our visitors and also our staff. And I failed to introduce earlier Susan Bedsole, who's our new township administrator, so I appreciate her being here. And are there any announcements or trustee comments? Our next meeting will be Tuesday, November 5th at 6 p.m. And any comments from the trustees?
Yeah, I do have a comment. I'm glad we were finally able to hold this, but I'm a little dismayed to hear about all the changes that have been happening over the almost 3 years now. I've been trying to get some information. Major changes on lighting and other design features that have only been made by one trustee, first Ms. McKee and then Mr. Burkholder. I believe these changes and what we're doing here need to be part of the board, not a single trustee that just presents us at the end of this is the way it is. So I would ask that from now on that Ms. Bedsole be the point of contact with this and bring those changes to the board so we can have some transparency and ensure that we don't miss things like, you know, the big rocks in the roundabout and have those kind of situations here, because there are concerns still about the lighting, a lot of unanswered questions still about the lighting, the walking path material being used, who's responsible for clearing it, who's responsible for the maintenance of the bike path and the sidewalk, because most times the property owner is, but is it in this case? So I think this has got to be more of a board effort, not a single trustee moving forward. Thank you.
Your comments are duly noted. Ms. McKee, do you have anything?
I don't have anything concerning this project. I'm just glad that we finally came together to meet with the engineering firm and also with the county. So let's move forward and be positive about it and make sure we are just communicating with each other. So, especially with the residents. So I think that's important.
And again, we have the comment forms at the back of the room, so if you have any comments or questions, including you, Mr. Evans, please feel free to fill those out, and those will be addressed and they will be considered. And more than happy to share any information as it relates to, I don't believe the lighting contractor has all of those final plans yet, and more than happy to have any further discussion as it relates to the multi-use path. And I think the question applies not only to Pike Street, but also to the High Point project, which is south and behind the Speedway. There are questions there as well as relative to who's going to take care of those paths, particularly since they're in the right of way. So I think it's good that we have some inquiry into that broader question relative to maintenance. So if there's nothing else, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by Ms. McKee, seconded by Mr. Evans. Roll call, please.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Burkholder?
Yes.
Ms. McKee?
Yes.
We stand adjourned again. Thank all of you for coming.
Are any of these, like, can I take it and flip over?
Do I need to sign anything else for you?
Do you want an electronic version?
Do you want that?
I'll get it.
Yes, please.
And it's copies of all the so
I just said second to
Awesome.
I figured I got it in the
Thank you, Gary.
Yes.
Tomorrow.